What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today we're back into our 3D printed Steam Deck backplate. We've made quite a bit of changes. As you can see in the center here, there are hexagonal shaped or honeycomb shaped cutouts now. A viewer had mentioned that we got to make it more gamery. Actually, he didn't say gamery. I said gamery, but hexagons are cool. And also we still have some build support right here that we need to clean up. But another main thing you'll see is we've completely eliminated the rear buttons just because I could not be bothered to work on that yet. I figured we get the fit of the system down first before we do anything crazy like buttons, because I don't even know where to begin with that. But I did do a pretty decent job filling in that hole without it being too obvious that there were buttons there. That actually took a lot longer than I thought when modeling it. And then also right here, I actually had tabs here to print in place, but it was printing in thin air, so it was printing in this orientation. So if you're looking straight on the camera, and it just couldn't print it, so it just, you get a lot of buildup at the edges like that. So we're just gonna clean that all off, and unfortunately that's probably not gonna fit well inside the Steam Deck, so that sucks. That was one big thing for me that I really wanted to fix because it was super annoying. But you know, I'm just happy this printed well. This is actually the third print. It's failed twice already, once at the start and once at the very end, so that sucks. And waste of material. So you're just gonna clean this brim and the support material off, and then we'll test fit it, and we'll talk about the design. Oh, come on, don't break these hexagons. Yeah. I always do my best to try not to have build support, but with this design, there's just no way around it. I could have printed everything separately, but I didn't want to do that. Oh, look, see? This thing didn't even attach. That's fine. That's fine. That's an easy fix. I do not know why I didn't... Oh, it's separated, so it never really attached properly. Interesting. That's easy fix. All right, so we'll clean up these edges a little bit and then we'll test fit it. Notice that it is in two pieces again. I cannot print this in one piece with my current setup. I would need a much larger build plate 3D printer. I think this is 300 millimeters wide, so I would need at least a 300 millimeter build plate, and I don't have one right now. And I actually ordered a new printer, and it still wouldn't fit this. And then look, we're missing something there. Dang it. We almost did it. We almost got it perfect. We're just missing one hex. That sucks. All right. Well, regardless of that, let's test fit it. Let's just see how well it fits. This is our original, excuse me. This is our original Steam Deck backplate, and you can see we've done a lot to it. Just a quick reminder, we have thermal pad mod done on the Steam Deck. Okay, let's see. So, from the past video, we did a lot of cleaning up. We actually took off a lot of the material here. We chopped down the material here on these screw holes. So it sits a little bit better, but as you can see, there's some defects in the print right there, but that's fine. That's fine. I actually printed this at a 0.3 millimeter height. So it's very low quality print, just so it print quicker. And I should have done it slower because it failed 3 times, like I said. So actually, that's not a bad placement for fan. I actually just centered this again, because I could not be bothered. And that's actually not that bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, so is this thing hot already? So the main reason, the main difference between this one and our last one, which is this mod, is obviously not the ventilation. We have the ventilation, but it is this housing here that kind of really did not build well because the support material didn't really attach to it very well. But this is a prototype, so that's okay. I can live with that. And we're just going to do a little bit more cleaning up on it. And the whole point of this thing is to house our cooler and our fan. So our cooler and fan setup is a cheap Amazon 10 millimeter thick 40 by 40 heatsink, and it's cooled down with a Noctua fan. And the Noctua fan is the quiet one that I believe its max RPM is 4,500 RPM. And what we're going to do is we are going to place, first of all, our fan inside the shroud. And hopefully I measured everything correctly, because that would suck if I didn't. Obviously, this fan is still powered USB wise, so I am not splicing into that fan in there. I want to avoid that as much as possible because I suck at soldering, and I don't even know where my solder is. I suck at it so much, I subconsciously threw that thing away or misplaced it. So I'm going to feed this wire in first and see if this fan fits, and the fan orientation is going to be this way. Ooh, it's a tight fit. It's a very tight fit. Okay. Extremely tight fit, but I think we can do it. It's a fighter. Come on. Come on. All right, so that does not want to go through that opening for whatever reason. So we're gonna, since obviously you can see we have some issues with this print. Oh man, come on. Come on, baby. There we go. See, you just gotta whisper to it sometimes. You know, just let it know that you care, you know? Okay, that is a tight squeeze. And I gave it about a 0.3 millimeter clearance. So I thought this would fit fairly easily. And it's not. Oof. Eek. Eek. And I cracked it. Okay, cool. I cracked it. That's awesome. Oh, it's okay. Prototype. Like I said, prototype. Then this is gonna just stick right here, and my goal is that, oh my god, this doesn't even want to fit either. Nothing fits. This is the problem when you're printing with a 0.3 millimeter height on your quality. Shit just doesn't want to fit right. Note to self, note to future self, print with a better quality height. Oof, that's a little snug. It's a little snug. And I think that's because of the fan. So, fan's not sitting well, to say the least. So let's back that fan out. And that's because look at all that build material right there. Fuck. Now this thing's gonna break off. I was very overzealous to try to get this all in one print. but it would have been amazing if it all worked out well. Come on, give me my fan back. Ha, hee ha. Oh, my honeycomb. My beautiful honeycomb. Okay, okay. Shh, you gotta whisper to it. Okay. All right, we gotta clean that up in the inside. Oof, I should have looked in there. Look at all this, so much. So this is just, it's literally probably printing in midair here. And that's why there's so much just random buildup. And that's why we ended up breaking the shroud. So we should have probably done our due diligence and cleaned this up a little bit better. But I didn't, so now we're paying the price. All right. Easy fix, easy fix. This reminds me of like the Benzacap backplate. The Benzacap backplate was crap. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but hopefully no one else bought that thing. Luckily I was within my return window and I was able to return it, but that thing was hot garbage. Yeah, this, I think in the next version of this, we're not going to make this shroud square. No right angles, because right angles don't print well, especially in overhangs. So I know what to do. I know it was just kind of a design, you know, I just wanted to see if it would work. So clearly it doesn't print well, but hopefully it fits well. So we could just take our numbers that we did designing this and creating this and apply that to a model that prints better on my 3D printer. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Sad about that hex broken. All right, well, I'm so sad that this doesn't fit in this hole. I specifically designed it to do that. It just does not want to be manhandled. Okay, okay, let's try this again. Just gonna hold my breath. Ugh. Come on. And we did it. We did it. All right. Okay, look at that. Remember, we did break that shroud, so that's probably giving us extra tolerance. But I did make this thing about 0.3 millimeters thicker. But you can see right there that that gap is the real deal. Come on, hot glue. What's wrong with my hot glue gun? It's not working. Gunked up. Oh, gunked up. There we go. Ugh. I left this thing on for a long time the other day, so it's not particularly happy with me. It's super backed up. Come on, let it out. Let it out. Don't take your anger. Take your anger out on me. Oh. Eesh. Ah. All thumbs. freaking love hot glue. Anyone that hates on hot glue clearly has never used hot glue, and if they have, they used cheap hot glue. Don't use cheap hot glue. Gorilla hot glue is life. Is life. Yeah. A little bit more there. A little bit more. It's cheap and expensive, and it really does the job. Cool. So that's done. Sweet. Whew. Yuck. All right. Let's see how well this thing will fit. All right. So, bada boom, bada bing. It sits like so. I think I gave myself about 1 millimeter clearance, and yeah, it was basically for the thermal pad. But the beautiful thing about this is we can always adjust it on the next one. And I didn't take an account for the wires. You can see that we're a little proud there, and that's what I was aiming for. Definitely looks like a CPU cooler now. Cool. Let's just see how it fits. Sandwich test. It's super snug. It's way snugger than I want it to be, but it's good. It's gonna make great contact. But as you can see, like, we already broke that mold, but that's okay. I think we have a little bit more play here, just because we can manipulate this wire a little bit, and then we could just manipulate it by tucking it into a fin, even though the fin doesn't want to fit this way, even though it should fit this way because it's literally the same width in both directions. But we can tuck that into a fin and probably get a little bit better contact. I mean, not contact, a little bit more space. So I definitely need to make it at least 2 millimeters thicker, but that also could be the fact that this fan is not sitting flush on the grill. So definitely something to work on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just sandwich this thing down, and then we're gonna just tack it on with some hot glue. But overall, it's looking better than it did before. So, just need a screw gun. Oof. He's a thick boy. At least we know we're making great contact onto the aluminum heat shield. Yeesh. Everyone bought, I bought the JSOX backplate mainly because I love those rear buttons they have here, and I completely eliminated them. The rear buttons, I mean, in general, they're completely gone now. I just think that's pretty ironic. I'll promise you this, though, and we haven't done any testing yet. Oh, that's fitting a lot better than before. This is going to be cooler than JSOX backplate. And I think my standoffs may be not that bad, man. This fitting is not bad. That's not bad. We didn't do too much. What we did was we cleaned up these edges so we didn't have to do all the trimming that we did in the prior video. And if you haven't seen that, I'll link it in the description below. But we did a lot less trimming. actually next to no trimming this time around. Cleaned it up quite a bit, and if you've been a fan of this channel, it's all about making those small gains, incremental gains. This thing pops straight off, y'all. We need to increase it by at least 2 millimeters, but I think a lot of that issue was just it not fitting is because just that print quality was so poor on the shroud for the fan that there was just it's gonna come out like crap. But overall, everything else, I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Everything seems to be fitting well. This looks way better than it did prior. Pretty excited about it. Pretty excited. Eesh, come on. My poor Steam Deck. It's been through so much. It looks weird without buttons, though. I don't know when or if I'm ever going to tackle that rear button issue, but just know that I understand that it's a problem. We have some really weird height issues here. So that's probably because of the print, not so much the fit, I feel like, or it could be that standoff, I don't know, but overall it looks pretty dang good. We do have quite a bit of stringing I should have cleaned off. This was my problem corner, and it's a lot better than it was before. It's better. It's not great, but it's better. Oh wow, this protrusion right here is kind of insane. Let's just back this off real quick, just so I can see what's going on behind there. I think it might be that standoff is just a little proud, so we're just gonna trim it. See if that helps. Yeah, standoff might be just a little proud. Just take off a little bit. These things did not print well whatsoever. This whole print did not print well whatsoever. That didn't print terribly. Is this thing straight? Yeah, it's pretty straight. Okay, that looks like it fits better. Let's get a screw in it and really see if it does. Oh, by the way, I dropped my Steam Deck for the first time last night. It's pretty fun. Oh, look at that. That's fitting way better. Way better. And in another version, we're going to make it so that these seams lock up versus just screws holding them in place. Now we're going to fix our sins over here with a little bit more hot glue. And I really think the measurement was good for this. I think it was just such poor print quality. So I think in the future, I'm still gonna make it 2 millimeters deeper, but I'm gonna completely redesign this shroud so that it prints a lot better, because that print quality was pretty poor, and I'm pretty sure that caused the buildup, which caused this thing to crack, and probably to even adhere well to each other. So the bottom side looks great. Oh my god, that's how it's supposed to look all the way around, like that corner too. And also, you know, we didn't really take into account too much the cable, so that's another thing going against us here. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Just a little hot glue leg. This hot glue is not holding whatsoever. It's just so much tension here. But yeah, the tension's just like needs so much. I'm just gonna put some on a fan here. My hot glue gun cooperates. Maybe we can get this to hold in place. You know, the funny thing is, guys, I'm probably gonna rock my Steam Deck like this until I make the next version. So it's kind of one of the reasons why I'm spending so much time getting it to fit. I gotta beat this Borderlands game. Addicted. Alright, get this cool off. Just don't look at this part. So much hot glue. I should just rename this channel to the Hot Glue channel. Hot Glue Summer. Alright, guys. Oh my god, it feels so good. It feels way better than the last one. This clicking is still there, but man, I'm gonna fix that before anything for sure. So you see how poor this build quality, this print just didn't print well. It's so rough. It's 0.3 millimeter height, so that's why it's so rough. They call it the draft speed. All right, let's boot it. Everything should be working fine. There's no reason why this wouldn't work. See if this fan works, no issues. All right, look, fan's working great. We just shot some piece of plastic into our Steam Deck because it broke off here. It's not too bad. Funny thing is, our last Steam Deck, our backplate started to warp a little bit because where is it? Where'd it go? Wasn't this part? Man, this piece printed so well compared to this one. Look how smooth. It's this silk PLA too. This stuff doesn't print as easier as like this matte or just standard PLA. But I lost it. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, there it is. Right here. You can see that wave right here? That was from the heat. This thing gets hot. So in the future one, what we need to do is not use PLA. We need to use PETG or ABS. But guys, this thing is working like intended. I knew it was gonna work. I'm pretty sure the fan placement is pretty dang good too. Our temps, yeah, I'm stuck. Our temps are pretty freaking low right now, but we just did post the system. Our fan speed's pegged at 5,300 RPMs because Fantech's on. Let's just make sure our power tools is set up. And Yep, we're on performance and 20 watt TDP. So we're really pushing the system here. Let's just go ahead. Oh, we got 80 frames right now. Overclock your Steam Deck, y'all. Fucking up. Let's try to get into a little quick fight scene. Let's see if we get someone to spawn here. Okay. Prepare for battle. If you guys remember, this Steam Deck right here, this was the JSOX backplate that we did the fan mod on, and then we actually had the exact same cooler right on the heat shield. This is actually better than the JSOX backplate now because we got rid of the middleman. So when I say middleman, I'm talking about the aluminum heat shield, so middleman. What I'm talking about is before our fan with our heatsink was connected to a thermal pad, which was connected to this aluminum backplate. I don't even know if this is aluminum, but this backplate, which is connected to a thermal pad, which is connected to the heat shield, which is connected to all the SoC. And the more steps you have to a system, you know, the poorer and poorer the cooling performance is. But now our fan and our heatsink are all connected to the heat shield, so we can pull off heat a lot more efficiently, a lot better, way better. And that really just shows right now while we're in game, we're at 61, 62. It's hot up here, 27 degrees. It's hot in my attic. It's very hot up here. And we're at 60, 61. We've been on for about 2-3 minutes. We're just gonna go ahead and shoot these fools. So here's a fun fact, and you know, you're gonna have to take my word for it because I won't be able to show you. Typically, what I would be at right now, temperature-wise, with these overclocks, and to remind you, these overclocks are 21 watt TDP with 4000 on the CPU and 2200 on the GPU. So this is by no means a stock running Steam Deck. Typically, basically immediately in gameplay, I would see my temps jump to 80. Right, straight up to 80. And that is with just with the prior mod, the Steam Deck backplate, I mean the JSOX backplate with the fan mod. And so it would be 80, 75 to 80. And right now we've only been playing for 5 minutes, and we're staying below 66 was the highest I've seen. And we haven't even hit 70 yet. So we're just gonna go ahead and just keep playing a little bit longer. You're just gonna be loot goblins and pick everything up and just see if the system heats up even more. 70, 75 right there in the load screen. We saw it kick up. We've been on for about 5 minutes now. Remember, our room is hot today, 27.6. Trying to clean up this desk a little bit. And remember, this fan right here is running at full tit, 4,500 RPM. But it just shows you how much better cooling you have when you're connected directly to the heat shield, which is connected to SoC. And remember, we have the thermal pad mod connect. I hate these sharks. These sharks are badass. Connected directly to the heat shield. Oh my god, I'm dying. Come on. Come on. Kill something. Somebody kill something. Kill this guy. Oh, okay. I gotta switch to my OPS shotgun. This game is by no means easy. Like, you think it would be easy? It's really not that easy. What was I saying before I was rudely almost killed by that shark? Sharks are badass. It cools way better when you're directly attached to the SoC. Way better. And I'm gonna kill these guys, and you can still see we're still only peaking at 66. We've been playing for about 7-8 minutes now. Obviously, it will heat up eventually, but I don't think we're gonna hit past 70. And if we do, I'll let you know in a later video. Oh my god, that guy looks epic. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did it. And oh my god, I died at the very end. What kind of shit is this? Well, that sucked. Okay. So, um, dang, I lost money, and do I get to at least pick up the loot? Okay, I get to pick up the loot at least. I can make up for my thing. So clearly, you can see that it's running a lot cooler. And if you've been a fan of this channel, you already know that this mod works great because it worked really good with the JSOX backplate. And remember, that's when we had the same cooler that was on here on this heat shield. I mean, this aluminum backplate here, and we had our fan mod, which is now a hexagon shape. Big shout out to that viewer for the design, because it looks way better versus just some slits, but we can do a lot better to clean up. So back to what I was saying is this is more efficient than this because there's 2 extra steps here. So we're losing cooling performance when the SOC is connected to this thermal pad, and then to this aluminum backplate here, and then to the other thermal pad, and then to the heat sink, and then to the fan. You know, there's more steps to it, so you're going to lose a lot more of that cooling performance. So when you're directly attached to the SOC, you're going to get better performance. So with that all said, what is the next step moving forward? So we know this works. This was more or less just a proof of concept to see how this new backplate style fits, how my placement for my grill sits. It's still off. We need to move over about 5 millimeters minimum, maybe more, to the left this way. My right, probably. Wait, it's your right too if you're seeing it from camera. That, so we know we still need to move that, but this looks great. Our seam looks good. Our fit overall from top to bottom looks pretty damn good, except for right here. And that might be because I did not screw it down all the way. Let's see. It's not even screwed in. So our screw, oop, and we cracked it. Okay, so yeah, it definitely was not screwed down all the way. But as you can see, I over tightened it and I cracked it. But overall, the fit, micro SD is still available. This is pretty dang good. This is pretty dang good. This still looks pretty good. This is all just print variation. This is still an issue, so we got to address that. So that's still a problem. But mainly, everything that we wanted to see fit, the seams, things like this, how this fan, this new fan holes look, everything looks great. The fact that we were able to cover up these rear buttons to help protect the Steam Deck when we're using this backplate, that worked great. What did not work great is the fact how these printed. So we got to figure that out. I think we're just gonna print them separately and in 2 pieces. The same thing goes for the fan attachment. I think we're just gonna do it in 2 separate pieces because maybe, I don't know, I'll figure it out. If I can 3D model something that will print easier, then I'll go that route. But as of right now, it looks like we might just do that separately. And then secondly, I think the main thing what we need to do, and I don't have it here with me currently, is because I think it's downstairs, but I'll use this as an example, as a stand-in. We're gonna attach a dongle to this. So imagine this is a USB-C dongle. I have no idea where mine is. It attaches just to there, and then we're gonna mount it to the back. And it's not this one. The one I'm talking about is a lot smaller, and it's so small I lost it, and I don't have it ready anywhere. anywhere here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have that. We're going to attach it to here. And that way we can power our fan remotely and we can do it cleanly. And I can tell you right now, I already know where I'm going to attach it. This right here was the housing that I modeled for it. So this will kind of give you dimensions of what it's going to be like. And basically this thing is just going to mount right here to the top. So this is going to be part of the system that's gonna kind of help lock everything together. So we're going to have our fan hole here, our fan here, then we're going to have these USB plugins right here that are going to be able to power our fan. Our USB-C is going to come in through here too as well, and charge and power everything. And yeah, we're going to have an all complete unit, but obviously you can see we have a lot of work till we get there. I think the first thing we are going to tackle is placement. I really want to figure out, I think the first thing we're going to tackle is this. I think this is an easy-ish fix. And then we're going to go ahead and then figure out placement for our dongle. And then obviously we're going to have to adjust placement for this. And then once we get all those steps done where we want everything, then we're going to try to figure out how to fuse the two pieces together. And when I say two pieces, I'm talking about the left and the right part of the backplate, because we can't print them as one piece. We have to print them all separately. So there's going to be a seam here. So obviously this is going to cover the top seam right here. And we'll have this like slide in or lock into place, maybe sliding down like that. Put the dongle in, bada bing, bada boom. And then down here, we're going to have something else. Or we can relocate this completely and put it down here. The only problem with this relocation down here is then we're going to have a cable running from here to here, where I really like where the cable came from here, right into there. It's very clean, very easy, less wires to manage. And this one just will swoop underneath right here and then go like that, which was really, really nice. Look at all this hot glue. So I think I'm going to prefer to go this route. Obviously, it does pop out in the front a little bit, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind that. But I really do want to have this dongle in place. And I don't like it anywhere else. I want these cables pointing downward because, and this is the last thing and I'll end this video, is when I'm gaming, I'm always plugged in. Since I've always been plugged in, I don't really see the point of not plugging in, especially because I only play this at home and usually on the couch or in bed, and an extension cord can reach me there, or my power cable can reach me there no matter what. So that's the reason why I always say play plugged in, and especially because I'm overclocked now, so my battery does not last very long whatsoever. So that's why I want the dongle to be facing downwards, so I can plug in a cable here, because the cable going up and over is more cumbersome than it going from the bottom. But other than that, guys, that is our update video on 3D printing our Steam Deck backplate. This one turned out very well. I'm going to actually be rocking this as is for the next couple days until I make the new backplate, because I still want to play Borderlands in between. It's a very fun game, but if yeah, wow, this is a mess. If you like this video, you like this type of content, if you have any thoughts or any, design changes that you think would help with this, or any ideas, please leave them in the comments below. Hit that like button, and if you haven't hit that subscribe yet, hit that subscribe. And if you really want to help out that channel, go ahead and visit us at DIYpoppy.net. Go ahead and pick up a t-shirt or donate to the channel. All proceeds go to the channel and help build us to make this a better overall channel. Use it to upgrade our camera systems, audio systems especially, and get more cool fun things that we can add and put into our Steam Deck. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on